Welcome back to the original Bama Tailgate Show as we hang out with you here on a day where we try to get ready for Alabama and Ole Miss 2:30 kickoff. And we appreciate all of you guys being here and being part of the show like you are every Saturday. And I want to remind you guys, too, that this segment is brought to you by the great people at Pearl River Resort. It's our little slice of Vegas right here in Alabama. Well, it's actually in Philadelphia, Mississippi, and Choctaw, Mississippi, but it's not far, less than 2 hours, really about an hour and a half away. They've got the new Timeout Sports Lounge over there where you can go make your bets, make your picks count. And you want to watch this segment, maybe we can help you make better picks. I wouldn't pick me, though, and I'm going to show you why in a second, but great to have Reagan from R&R Cigar and Kenny, the Wizard of Odds from out in Vegas, and you know him from the Kenny White Power Ratings. All right, guys, let me show this first. Let me just go ahead and throw that on the screen so that you guys get a good look at that. Reagan and Kenny, you guys are 5-4, and there I am at the bottom. This is the worst start I've ever had in picking games. I'm 1-8, so I'm hoping that this is the week that I start an incredible comeback against you guys, and I'm looking forward to picking just because of that. Or maybe I shouldn't be. All right. Let's go ahead and get this thing started. You guys are tied for first, and then here I am. I'm kind of intrigued by this first game, Kenny, and I'm going to let you go first because you absolutely nailed the Colorado State game. You had your reasons. You said that you thought that Colorado State would hang. You liked the over in that one, and that's exactly what happened. It was an overtime game. Colorado State had a chance to win, but Dion and crew ended up winning. So this week, Colorado is visiting Oregon. Bo Nix, Reagan's buddy, 21 is the spread on this one. Kenny, what do you think about this one?
Yeah, a bonus pick for you. You just mentioned it last week. Colorado State they played their hearts out and have no idea why, but the head coach doesn't go for two to win the game in the first overtime. I no idea. It baffled me, and I knew it was over for them at that point. But they were one play away from beating Colorado, the biggest story in college football, and they have to travel all the way to Tennessee, and they play Middle Tennessee this week. So lay the points at Middle Tennessee. I don't think Colorado State shows up in that game, especially they start conference next week. Mm-hmm. Colorado at Oregon, everybody's waiting for it. The totals in the 70s. Colorado plays fast. Shedeur Sanders has been tremendous. Everything that we've talked about, top 10 quarterback. And Oregon is putting up big numbers. Travis Hunter, I think his being out of this game is going to hurt more on the defensive end than on the offensive side. They've got so many weapons. They got a lot of good wide receivers. I think he's worth 2 points on defense and only 1 on offense. So it is a 3-point drop-off. I'm taking the 21 with Colorado. I think these high-scoring football games like this, with Shedeur Sanders, got a great chance if we're down late for a backdoor cover for him to punch one in the end zone. So give me the points with the Buffs.
All right, let's bring out Reagan, R&R Cigar. Reagan, you've had a great start to the season. I know you want some good entrance music like Pink Floyd or Enter Sandman. Unfortunately, on YouTube, you're not allowed to play that without the licensing. So what I can tell you is that I've been impressed by your pick so far, Colorado at Oregon. What do you think?
I'm an impressive guy. What do you want me to say? I think that the 71, I think Oregon hits it on by themselves. I don't even think Colorado's got a play offense for the 71. I think Oregon blows them out of the water. And look, I get it. Deion Sanders has reinvented coaching. They're talking about, no coach has attention to detail like Deion Sanders. Like, I've never heard of a coach playing noise during their practices to simulate the crowd involvement of Oregon Stadium. And they write these pieces about Deion. He walks on water. He feeds 5,000. He plays noise at practice. He uses regulation footballs at practice because of his attention to detail. It's insane. And then you got death threats over a penalty. I mean, like the Dion cult is one of the worst things about college football right now. It's terrible, and I want it to end. And I believe that it ends this week when Colorado gets their whooped by name right there by Oregon. I as a good dad, I can spot a bad dad anywhere. Okay, I'm a good father. Bo Nix, not a good father, but I think that gives him an edge because Dion's a good father. I think that this week, unfortunately, the bad fathers win, and Oregon puts the hurt on Dion.
All right, Reagan. He's been riding the Bo Nix as a bad dad, and we'll find out if he's a good quarterback or not against Colorado. Look, Reagan, when this line opened up, it was 14.5 in favor of the Ducks at FanDuel, and now it's up to -21. Right? I don't think they really know like what to take of Colorado, other than they don't expect the team to be as good as they've been. But then Colorado goes out there, all the excitement, and for 3 games, they've been one of the big stories in college football. Bo Nix did a great job in Lubbock a couple weeks ago against Texas Tech. He had 359 passing yards, and he's about 300 for the season. I love the way that they play the football game, too. I know Oregon's going to win, but is it going to be by 21 or more? Kenny, I'm going with you. I just like the 21. I know Travis Hunter's out for a while, and that's definitely not going to help the cause for Colorado. But even after that physical football game last week, I think that they'll come in and hang in enough to not be blown out by 21. I don't think that they're going to win the football game, but give me the 21 and Dion. All right, second game, Reagan, you're up first. It's OSU, which should be Ohio State against Notre Dame. Sam Hartman. It's a 3-point spread for the Irish at home. They're getting 3. What do you think?
This one's a tough one. I'm not a big fan of either team. Notre Dame seems to have improved a little bit on offense this year, which is a wild coincidence. Wonder what changed. But,
is that a shot at Tommy Rees?
I just noticed that there was a big change on offense at Notre Dame. And it's what a wild coincidence. I don't know what could have happened. But all that being said, I like the Buckeyes to beat the Catholics. Yeah.
All right, Kenny, I'm going to go second and then I'll let you go third just to kind of mix it up. Notre Dame, number 9 in the country, 4-0. Ohio State, number 4 in the country. They're 3-0. This is one of the biggest games that's ever been played at Notre Dame Stadium here in the recent future, in the recent past, right? I mean, we haven't seen Notre Dame play Ohio State. Notre Dame used to be the face of college football. I remember as a kid, you had to watch Notre Dame every week. And even when they're good, no one really takes them that seriously. But then Sam Hartman transferred from Wake Forest, and I thought that it was going to make a difference, and it has made a difference. Last week against Central Michigan, I didn't feel like they really showed a whole lot, but it was a 41-17 win. 3 touchdowns, no interceptions. He just gets the job done. There's just a confidence about him. This year's been so topsy-turvy. I'm taking the home dog. I should have just done that. If I would have just done that last week, I would be 2-7 instead of 1-8. But I took Tennessee, Kenny.
Well, hey, Mick, I'm glad you're on my side. We know you're overdue. We've seen your picks before. We know you got winners coming. I'm on Notre Dame as well. You have a 24, 25-year-old quarterback with as much experience as Sam Hartman has, and now he's got games under his belt. They've got continuity. They've got the timing down. Notre Dame's for real. Ohio State obviously is too. It's going to be a great game. But, yeah, give me the home dog plus 3 points. I think they got a great chance to win this game. I think it's a coin flip football game. So getting 3, I think, is a lot of value at Notre Dame.
Yeah, and look, Sam Hartman isn't transferring to Alabama to lose these games. He didn't transfer to Notre Dame to lose these games.
Wouldn't have minded having him in Alabama.
It would have been nice to have him at Alabama. All right, I'll start this last one off. Ole Miss at Alabama. It's a 7-point spread. I think Alabama's going to win. I just am going to take Ole Miss in the 7 points, and I'm going to tell you why. 3 of the last 4 times these teams have played, it's come down to the end, and I feel like that could reasonably happen with Alabama winning this football game. Bama has some issues. You know that. You know about the quarterback situation. You know about the offensive line. You know that they haven't had the pass rush, all that stuff. But even in that 17-3 win that the Alabama Crimson Tide had at South Florida last week, they still found a way to get it done. Jackson Dart, though, has been so good. 251 yards throwing against the Yellow Jackets. He ran for over 100 yards. He's got some targets. Ulysses Bentley's been really good. Of course, you know about Judkins and all that. I think that Alabama's eventually going to take over on the ground. I think this is the week that Bama gets it figured out. And I'm taking Alabama to win, but I'm taking Ole Miss to cover. All right, Reagan, you go now.
Look, what am I going to do? Get on this show and not pick Alabama? I mean, if I'd stopped picking Alabama, I would have been like 6-1.
You're blaming Alabama for the losses.
I'm just saying that's 2 of the 4. So I would have been 7-2. I mean, look, but what am I going to do? Get on your show, get on the Bama Tailgate Show, and then not take Alabama? I mean, come on. Look, I still think Dylan Lonergans is the best quarterback on the roster. I wish he would get off the scout team / number 3. I want to see him start. He's not, but we're going to have Milroe this week. I think the big question comes down to, did Tommy Rees learn anything from the Texas game and from the USF game? Does he, if he runs the things he ran with Simpson for Milroe, I think that this game is a blowout for Alabama. If he starts bringing in the 2 tight end sets, if he starts running out the 12 personnel, if he starts running stuff not just from the shotgun, if he starts running the pistol, if we do some slants and some screens, I think the keys to success are the plays that you ran with Ty Simpson last week. And I think that it's about time. I've never seen an Alabama team look flat under Nick Saban for 3 weeks in a row.
Right.
I know Nick Saban is pissed about Lane's offense this
no
week.
doubt. No doubt.
And all of that to say, I think Alabama beats them 24 to probably 14.
So they cover. All right, Tell us what you got going on at R&R.
Well, as always, college football all day, every day, just about. I mean, we have football, I think, from now on until November. There's football on every single day because we got Tuesday night games coming up. And so we're here. We're watching football. We got some great games tonight. It's going to be a fun day. NFL Sunday Ticket tomorrow. And we're going to have a great time hanging out at the mansion with all of our 150 bourbons and 80 beers.
It's going to be fun, man. I will see you after the show. All right, let me bring Kenny on. Kenny, you give us your Ole Miss Alabama pick, and then I want you to tell everyone about the power ratings.
Yeah, thanks, Mick. And I'm going with Bama. Last week I should have never picked Bama. That was such a sandwich spot, playing South Florida, coming off the loss with Mississippi on deck. They all know the rivalry there with Lane Kiffin. So this line looks just so low. It's 7. I've got Alabama's home field where it's 6 points. It's an intimidating place to play. It's loud. You can't tell me Bama's only 1 point better than Mississippi. They've got 10 guys on this roster that will be drafted in the NFL next year. Mississippi's got 4 or 5. So big difference in talent, like Milroe back. Going back to the Notre Dame game, Reagan's 100% correct. Notre Dame's offense has gotten better without Tommy Rees, and Alabama's has gone down. So they got to figure something out.
I didn't say it.
Yeah, I'm assuming that's what you meant. So
no. I didn't say it. Not coming back on Reagan. not Cigar Man being bad. Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay, cheater.
Yeah, we see you.
So yeah, I think Bama's got the better players. I think they're going to come out inspired. I think they come out and they play a great game. It's not going to be easy. It's not going to be easy. I made the game 12. That's my power ratings. What the game says. And you want those power ratings? Go to Kenny White Sports. $20 a month gets you college football power ratings, the NFL power ratings, and Major League Baseball projections every day. So big easy way. You don't have to buy picks from anybody. Just get the power ratings, check my line to what betting line is. You decide yourself what plays that you want to make each and every week. So I got some really good plays this week on the sheet. You just got to figure them out by what the betting line is. But best value in sports, KennyWhiteSports.com. Power ratings, $20 a month.
All right, guys. Well, it was fun. Let me say that again.
Thanks, Mick.
A great segment, guys. More with the Bama Football Tailgate Show coming at you right after this.